Relax for the white
We out here staying connected with my brother Frankie. What's happening, Frankie? How you doing, my brother?
What's happening, man? How's everybody
All right, man.
doing, man?
Tell everybody your name, man, and how old you are. It's your first interview with Staying Connected. You have a testimony, a success story. Been there, done that, showed up different.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody who you are. Introduce yourself, man.
I'm Frankie Ali. Just turned 54 years old this year. My clean date is July 7th, 2023. I'm right there on the cusp of 2 years clean and sober, God willing.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man. I'm excited about that. And I'm just excited to be here, to share my story and hopefully that somebody out there that needs to hear it will hear it and receive it. And
Trust me, they will.
Make change.
They will. They're connected.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of people, man. I've seen a lot of these success stories, man. That said, you know what? I'm going home. Gonna go get my shit together, get my look back, get my eye candy back.
Absolutely.
All that good stuff, man. Because we are living examples, my brother.
Absolutely.
You know, what was your choice of drug, man?
Alcohol and crack cocaine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you, man, what day one look like? I mean, we're gonna go back and tear that root out, man, because we already know you at the top of the mountains right now. What that first day look like, man, when that opened that door for you? What got you? Let's just keep it real. What got you?
Going back to when I started.
When you got started, what got you, man? What opened that door?
When I started using cocaine, I actually was tooting it or snorting it.
Okay.
That was my thing at the time. I actually was in Youngstown, Ohio, which is my hometown. We was up there, there was a lot of things going on back then. And I started out being a tutor, and then that just evolved into the crack thing.
Okay. So was the coke used for something? Keep you up? Keep you going?
I just like the way it made me feel.
Yeah, that feeling.
Yeah.
I think they got a lot of us, man, that feeling, that drain, and the fact that we heard that rich people could do it and still keep going.
Yeah.
We just didn't know that they wasn't cooking it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
So have you learned since then your triggers, man?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think your biggest trigger is?
It's interesting you asked that because we was talking about that earlier today.
Okay.
And one of my triggers is cars, man.
Okay. Having transportation.
Yeah.
Being able to get there and get back.
Yeah. And, for me, when I start being mobile to where I can just go anywhere I want to go at any given time.
Yeah.
That can be dangerous for me, because
real tough.
Right now, I don't even care about having a car. Eventually I'll get to that, but right now I'm cool with just getting on and off the bus or walking to where I gotta go, for health reasons, of course, and when I do travel and get on the road, I'm usually with safe people.
Yeah. Your sobriety is more important, man, than having that wheels.
Yep. With safe people.
So you surround yourself around good people that got you. They know where you've been.
Absolutely.
And where you going.
Absolutely. They've seen the worst and the best. Absolutely.
Well, speaking of some of the worst, man, while we tearing that tree down, man, I know we lost some people in the middle of that jungle. Tell me one time, man, one of your biggest regrets, man, that you did that where you lost somebody or hurt somebody, man, that you gained that back. You know what I mean? Whether it be trust or just, if someone having faith in you who lost it. I mean, give me one.
Well, that's a really broad question.
Yeah, take your time with it, brother.
30 plus years of addiction.
Okay.
I lost a lot.
Yeah.
I lost my only son God bless his soul.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
To the disease.
Okay.
Um,
You lost him to drugs?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. My oldest son passed away in 2020 of a fentanyl overdose, and that was devastating.
Yes.
At
Sorry
the
to hear
time,
that.
thank you. At the time, I was incarcerated, and yeah, it just it was really, really hard because I dealt with a lot of guilt and remorse that I wasn't a better father. So. And you would think that that would have been enough motivation for me to change my ways then, but it wasn't.
It put a little more weight on you.
It wasn't. It put more weight on me, absolutely. And so, my disease continued to progress after I got out of prison. I think, it's interesting because the whole 4.5 years I was incarcerated, I never used on the inside.
Never used one time in there. Huh?
Never.
And it was all up under you. I know.
It was all there. I never did it one time. And
is that because you knew it's a no in the road with that buzz there? Because you know what the buzz do. I mean, you stuck already.
Yeah. Honestly,
it was just out of your system at the time.
It was a combination of things. It was out of my system at the time, but I also think it's because I knew in the deepest recesses of my mind that even if I did start in that situation in a controlled environment, I was never gonna get enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be enough for me. So what's the point? So
hey, that should be most people's first thought.
Right.
When you incarcerate.
Right.
You're not gonna
get enough.
You can't even operate to get resources to get enough.
And I don't have the finances to do that. So that was pointless.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that first night out of prison after doing 4.5 years, I didn't go back immediately to the crack thing, but I did go back to drinking. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where you at now with anything? Nothing.
Total abstinence.
Total
Total abstinence. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke weed. I don't take pain pills. I don't do any mind or mood altering substances. Period. And my God is a witness to that.
Yeah, your engine running on you.
It runs on me.
Yeah.
It runs on me, and I do love my coffee and my Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Those are my vices, and I'm trying to cut back on that a little bit too.
Well, you know what, Brother Frankie, man, the fact that you recognize all those speed bumps that you've been through and you know what's already in front of you if you make that jump. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you can drink all the Red Bull you want.
Yeah.
You drink your 2 cups of coffee a day. Mm-hmm. Because you behind that wheel.
More than that.
Behind that wheel. You taking care of your health, man?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a colonoscopy?
Nah, I ain't got off and all that.
Hey, man, won't you? We the same age, brother. And I'm going to tell you something. I almost lost my life. I was a selfie. I was a walking selfie. And I never knew my engine was bad.
Right.
We don't know the anatomy, man.
Right.
And you only get one you.
Right.
And right now, you're a single bachelor doing you. You don't have somebody encouraging you and motivating you to go do that. They're all motivating you to stay positive and clean. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be your brother to say, go get your engine taken care of. Get it checked out.
I'm going to look into that.
That's right.
I'm going to look into that.
You only get one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And when it's over, baby. Ain't nobody going to get in that casket with us.
I appreciate that.
So what you been doing with your health, though, as far as that? You work out, man?
Yeah, man. I try to get in the gym at least 3 to 5 days a week. I actually built my own gym at home. I got my own fitness center. So, yeah.
So we're going to have to set up a time, man, where I can come and we can kind of see how that walk of life look for you, man.
Okay, sure.
Because I know you been there, brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But you out that storm now.
Absolutely.
What's your best, what's the best feeling, man?
The best feeling?
The best feeling, man.
The best feeling for me is peace.
Yeah.
So I wake up with a sense of peace. No matter how my body might be feeling or, I deal with, I'm 54 years old, so, I'm not, I deal with typical old man issues. My feet hurt at times, my knees hurt at times, my back hurt at times. You know, I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't want to get out of the bed.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about it is that I'm sleeping in my bed. It's my bed with my sheets and my pillows and my blanket in my house.
Talk your shit.
With my bills and my keys.
That's
and
right.
Everything by the grace of God is mine.
And can't nobody put you out.
And can't nobody take that away from me but me. If I allow me to get into me,
Right.
you know, and yeah. But other than that, you know, let me share something with you. Man,
Talk to
this is something that the beauty of recovery. And this has happened to me many times throughout recovery, and I shared with Bob about this.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was doing laundry in my house, and I always go through my pockets, because you know sometimes you leave wrappers or whatever in your pockets. You don't want that in your washer or dryer, so I always go through my pockets. I went through my pockets and I found $65 in my pockets. But the beauty of that $65 is that I never missed that $65. I didn't miss it.
Never missed it.
And I looked at it as a blessing, like, oh wow, I got an extra $65. And then I really had to reflect on that because there was times when I was out there that, you know, you swear you got some money. Hold on, wait, I'm in my shoes, I'm looking, I'm tearing up stuff.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's nothing there, you know. And so that was a good feeling for me. To say, oh wow, I found $60.
And you get to keep it.
It's mine.
Didn't miss it.
I didn't miss it.
Extra. Probably wasn't in no rush to spend it. Because you had everything else already budgeted.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, recovery is just beautiful.
It is.
Tomorrow's even better.
Yeah, it is. Tomorrow is even better, but get through the day.
That's right.
Don't focus on tomorrow, today. Focus on the day.
Okay.
You know, because many times over the course of almost 2 years, I said to myself, shit, I feel like getting high. I feel like getting high. And then I tell myself, don't get high today. Let's just finish this day out.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, we'll think about it. You know?
See if you still feel the same way.
And see if I still feel the same way. And then tomorrow comes and usually I don't even think about it. And then if I do think about it, I say, well, maybe tomorrow. But
You know what temptation look like when it's getting close to you?
I do.
Have you ran across them?
Yes. Yeah, I've run across temptations. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I take it being downtown, you see it a lot, but what type of temptation you ran into, man?
You know, I'm in a committed relationship, so and she's not one of us, nor has she ever been. So,
Okay.
you know, early on it was women. Having a little extra money, you know. You know, it's interesting that in early recovery, my lady friend, she told me, she said, you traded in one addiction for another. I said, what you mean by that? She said, because now all you do is shop.
That's all right.
You shop. And you know, and she was right. But I tell you what, it's my money and I use it to enhance the quality of my life.
Right.
You know,
Feel good about you.
I feel good about me.
People don't realize that makeup
Right.
plays a big role on
Right.
how you move your energy.
Absolutely. Because let me tell you, when I was out there in the game, when I was out there running in the streets all day and night, man, I put a lot of money in people's hands that wasn't worthy of it.
Yeah.
I did. I benefited a lot of people.
Yeah, you filled a lot of people's pockets up.
I sure did.
Bought a lot of pair of shoes.
A lot of pair of shoes, cars, clothes, jewelry. I bought it while I was out there suffering. So, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I used to tell people all the time, dress code really changed. I used to run a call center. And I used to challenge my guys, man, and my ladies, just dress casual, dress up, because we had a black dress code. And I said, you do better on those phones if you just dress different. Because when you dress different, you walk different, you talk different, you feel different. The whole confidence is just a whole different welcome. And you understand what I'm saying?
And it smell good.
Yeah. But when you dress down, you talk down. Yeah, man, you walk down, you sit, you flop when you sit down, and everything's different. So your mental capacity is a little different.
Because that's when the insecurities come in.
That's right. That's right.
That's where the insecurities come in. I'm gonna share something about me. When I first got into recovery, I had 2 outfits. I had 2 outfits. I had one on, and I had another one in my backpack.
Okay.
And I had 1 pair of shoes. That's all I had. And I went into detox, and then I went into a residential treatment facility, and I'm seeing people, getting clothes dropped off and having nice things. And I've always been a person that appreciated nice things. Yeah. But I had nothing. Okay. And that bothered me. But by the grace of God, people started giving me things, and I started accumulating things. When I first came out of residential treatment and came back to Columbus, all I could afford to do was shop in thrift stores.
Yeah, make it work, put things together.
That's it.
But you was definitely gonna dress that up.
Yeah, and that's what I did, slowly but surely. Yeah. So that goes into the whole, feeling confident and good about yourself. Yeah. But over time, my closets are filled. I have countless pairs of shoes. I have choices today. And that's what recovery gives us. Clean living gives you choices.
Well, Brother Frankie, I respect your new addiction, my man. Because that addiction right there look good on you. It don't look depressing. It don't look damaging. Right. The smile is sincere. And the faith and the trust is true.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So keep dressing that up.
Right.
Keep feeding them stores instead of, we ain't feeding nobody's pockets.
Right, I ain't feeding nobody.
You know what I mean? But I am going to ask you, man, before we shut this down, to give one of these brothers some advice, man. Somebody that's listening, may even touch a sister out there. Just give them some advice that may be going through what we're going through and what we went through and where we're going. Talk to them.
Okay. Well, I'm not really one that gives advice. I don't really give advice because I'm still learning myself. But what I do is I share my story, because my short story is real, and anything I tell you about my story is the truth. So what I'm saying is, look at yourself, look at where you've been, look at where you at. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't blame nobody for your situation, because you did the things that are happening to you to yourself. Yes, circumstances come to play, but it's got to be make it all about you. One of the biggest misconceptions is people say, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. Listen, y'all, let me say this. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because I did not do it for me. I didn't love myself enough to do it for me. I did it for my family. I did it for my friends, because I got tired of being isolated and disconnected. Yeah. So I did it for them.
It just happened to work for you.
I did it for them, but the more I got stronger in my recovery and in my new life, it became all about me.
Yes,
Because if I'm not good for me, I'm not good for nobody.
That's right.
Okay? And I just want to share that with y'all. So, and one more thing. I started a small business. It's called Nose Candy 614. We sell the most popular designer body oils for men and women. All the popular brands: Dolce & Gabbana, Polo, Lacoste, Louis Vuitton, Burberry.
Yeah, you got that good stuff too. I smelled it.
And the list goes on and on. Elizabeth Arden, Issey Miyake. It goes on and on.
You know what I like about the oil versus cologne?
What's that?
That oil sometimes ride with you. Like you go take a shower and sometimes still smell a faint of it.
Yeah.
Still in them pores. You
It
know what I mean?
resonates with you.
It does.
It resonates with your natural body chemistry, and it's summertime. So we really promoting our summer scents that really, work really, they perform really well in warm weather. So yeah, check me out.
How can they get a hold to you, man? You gotta let's say you gotta
go to
Instagram or something.
Go to our website.
What's your website?
It's Nose Candies 614. NoseCandy614.com.
And they can link to you.
Yeah, they can link to me.
Okay,
so,
that's my boy Frankie.
Then you can always catch me downtown Monday through Friday, anywhere between Broad and Long Street. That's usually my rotation.
What's the prices?
And I'm at Town and Country.
Frankie out there doing his thing.
I'm at Town and Country on Saturday. Our prices are
How much is that
right now 1/3 ounce bottles, 2 for 10, 3 for 15, and our 1 ounce, our top shelf scents are $20 for the 1 ounce bottles. But the majority
What's your best seller, man? What most of the drivers be buying? What's the best?
Right now, for the men, the Burberry Goddess is really popular, as well as Dolce & Gabbana is really popular for the women. Fendi by Rihanna is really popular. For the men, I have all the classics. Sauvage by Dior is a very popular one. The Baccarat Rouge 540 is a really popular one. And I'm really excited about Imagination by Louis Vuitton, which we'll be bringing out next week.
Well, hopefully next time I see you, man, you can have that. Hopefully have some samples out, man, so we can share that to the people, my man.
And and throughout this process, I've seen people downtown that said, I wish I had the money to buy something from you. I'm homeless. And I give them a bottle. Give them a 1/3 ounce bottle. Help somebody else.
Good stuff.
Feel good about yourself. Just put it on.
That might do something to them, man. Just smelling good, smelling themselves.
Absolutely.
When that wind hit them, man.
Just that little spark.
It make you want to go do something else. Like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to get a haircut.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow I'm going to actually pull my pants up. I'm going to try to get me a belt. I'm going to do something different.
Absolutely.
Brother?
Absolutely. But first and foremost, don't pick up. That's the first step. Don't pick up, and you got a chance.
Hey, y'all heard that from my brother Frankie. We are here staying connected. Let's go.